If lately you've noticed that your fuse feels shorter than it used to, if small interruptions feel unbearable, if irritation seems to rise before you even have time to think, I want you to know this right away. You are not becoming an angry person. What you're experiencing is a loss of emotional buffering, not a loss of character. Many women are blindsided by how intense irritability or sudden rage can feel during perimenopause and menopause. The reaction often feels out of proportion to the moment, and that's exactly what makes it so unsettling. Today on MenoSpark, we're unpacking why irritability and emotional reactivity increases during menopause, what actually is happening inside your nervous system, and how to reduce the intensity without suppressing your emotions or blaming yourself for having them. And I'd like to welcome you to MenoSpark, the podcast that helps women reignite their spark through perimenopause and beyond with a focus on holistic health and wellness. I'm your host, Allie Thies. I'm a board certified sexologist, sex coach, menopause care provider, integrative wellness coach, and I am certified in integrative functional nutrition. Plus, I'm your go to guide for navigating the wild, weird, and wonderful ride that is midlife. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that follow button so that you never miss an episode. And if you're returning, thank you for being a part of this amazing community. Hello, hello. This is season 2, episode 2. This subject I know all too well. Maybe a bit more than I ever wanted to. When I started with this irritability, rage, and emotional reactivity, um, I was driving a school bus. And I thought the kids were just making me mad, or my coworkers, or the parents, or the people in traffic, and they probably all were to an extent. The rest of the irritability, rage, and emotional reactivity is perimenopause, because I was going through perimenopause when I was driving a school bus, and I'm telling you. What a time that whole thing was. So, why does irritability and rage increase during menopause? Well, it emerges from three overlapping physiological shifts. One, estrogen declines. Estrogen that is declining reduces emotional smoothing. Estrogen helps to regulate how intensely, my goodness, we experience emotion. It supports emotional flexibility, frustration tolerance, impulse buffering, and stress recovery. As estrogen fluctuates and declines, emotions feel sharper, patience shortens, frustration rises faster, and recovery takes, so much longer. This means the space between trigger and reaction gets a lot smaller. You're not choosing to be reactive. Your nervous system simply has less margin. Now, 2, progesterone loss removes the internal calm layer. Oh, yes, because progesterone has a natural calming effect on the brain. It supports GABA, the neurotransmitter that quiets the nervous system. And when progesterone drops, emotional intensity increases. Irritation sits way closer to the surface. Overwhelm escalates real quickly. Tolerance for noise, demands, and interruption declines. Without that calming layer, emotions arrive louder and faster. Number 3, cortisol keeps the system in fight or flight, or freeze sometimes. As ovarian hormones decline, the body relies more heavily on cortisol. When cortisol stays elevated, the nervous system remains vigilant. Irritability becomes a protective response. Small stressors feel threatening. Reactions feel explosive rather than measured. This is why irritability often feels physical first: tight jaw, shallow breath, clenched shoulders, before this irritability even becomes a thought. So, emotional, nope. Irritability and rage during menopause are not emotional failures. They are boundary signals from an overstimulated nervous system. Common experiences include snapping before you can stop yourself, feeling instantly overwhelmed, emotional reactions that surprise you, guilt or shame after reacting, craving space but not knowing how to take it. Your nervous system is communicating one thing very clearly: I have more coming in than I can process. Reactivity is what happens when regulation capacity is exceeded. Many women try to manage irritability by forcing control. They swallow frustration, override their feelings, stay quiet to avoid conflict, tell themselves to calm down. But suppression doesn't regulate the nervous system. It increases internal pleasure. Nope, not internal pleasure, but internal pressure. When irritation isn't expressed or supported, it often shows up later as anxiety, exhaustion, resentment, emotional shutdown, sudden emotional outbursts. The goal is not to suppress emotion, the goal is to lower the baseline load so emotions don't spike as high. Irritability softens when your nervous system feels resourced, not restrained. This is stabilization, not self control. 1. Blood sugar stability equals emotional stability. Low blood sugar dramatically reduces emotional tolerance. Signs include irritability, shakiness, emotional intensity, feeling overwhelmed. You can support stability by eating protein at breakfast, avoiding long gaps between meals, pairing carbohydrates with fats, and for many women, this alone reduces emotional volatility significantly. 2. Interrupting reactivity before it peaks. You don't need to calm down after snapping. You need regulation before the reaction crests. So, some helpful tools are stepping away briefly, slowing breath with longer exhales, unclenching jaw and shoulders, and grounding through your feet. These aren't tricks. They're safety signals to the nervous system. Number 3, reducing daily overload. Menopausal nervous systems have less tolerance for constant noise, multitasking, emotional labor, and overstimulation. All right, this is biology, not weakness. Reducing input protects emotional regulation. This is why the restorative practices of the pillar of my Thrive system are essential and not optional during this stage. When women think emotional regulation means never getting irritated, come on, guys, that's not even realistic. Stability feels like reactions are less intense, recovery happens faster, emotions feel manageable, and you must trust yourself again. You have feelings, you just aren't overwhelmed by them. The goal is not emotional numbness, the goal is emotional capacity. All right, so this week we're doing Spark Action of the Week. We've got choose one emotional stabilizer and commit to doing this one thing all week long. All right. We have protein first breakfast, which is, I think that's the one you should choose because we all need that in perimenopause and beyond. Protein first breakfast. All right. Then we also have scheduled quiet time, a short walk when irritation rises, slow breathing with longer exhales, and reducing evening stimulations. So get off your phone at least an hour before you fall asleep. All right. And if you want more support, you know how to find me. I can help you with my Thrive Menopause coaching experience, the menopause appointments. Think of it like a doctor's appointment. And I have Unpause, the menopause wellness audit. Visit menopausewellness.co to explore your options. And irritability during menopause does not mean you're failing. It means your nervous system is overloaded and asking for support, not criticism. You're not becoming too much. Your system is simply asking for less. Next week on MenoSpark, we're going to continue this series with cortisol, stress, and hormonal overload. I'd like to thank you for being here and listening to your body instead of judging it. And if today's episode resonated with you, I see you, I've been there, and I promise there is a way forward. Please don't try to walk this road alone. You are worthy of healing, connection, and joy. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here on MenoSpark today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you found this helpful, please share it with a friend, leave a review, and make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack for more menopause insights, holistic tools, and new ways to support your spark. And if no one's told you this today, let me be the first to say it. You are fabulous. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Until next time, keep that spark alive. You deserve it.